How's it going? Let's see. Today's message for tarot. This is how we're gonna do it. Oh, let me see. This. That might work. All right, so we're gonna try it like this. I got the stand for the phone right now. I'm using the phone. I got the microphone. Hopefully the quality is good. So I'll shuffle a little bit and then I'll give you the message. So God, what do you want me to tell people at this time? What do you want me to tell people at this time? So as always, before you tune in to these messages, I would cleanse your energy. Don't really watch tarot unless you're in a good space. I know you might be trying to look for answers and things like that, but don't go to any tarot videos or any type of spiritual videos with a negative energy or some energy like that. Always try to go to the video neutral. Have an intention of why you're going to the video. Maybe the title drew you in, or maybe you have a certain reader you like. But all right, so God, what do you want me to tell people at this time? First card is you have the Nine of Pentacles. I'll pull a few cards. I'm not gonna pull too much. So Nine of Pentacles. So that is giving me stability to stay grounded, secure in who you are, especially on this physical. We just talked about the spiritual side of it, intentions of coming into the tarot. So you want to take care of your body, um, things of that nature, anything to do with physical. Next, wow, we have the Nine of Swords. So, oh, this one came out. So what is this? So we have the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Lovers. So Nine of Swords is giving me mental stability as well. Nine to me is a number of security, stability. So yeah, just keeping up on your mental hygiene. So knowing awareness, when is your energy off? When is someone trying to project an idea onto you? Things like that. But with the Nine of Swords, it's giving me that you are mentally secure as well. So it seems like you're balanced. Body and mind are balanced. You're secure in yourself. You have direction, and because of this, your divine counterpart, the Lover, is coming in, and you have Magician. So makes sense with the cards coming out so far. You are secure in yourself physically and mentally, and you know you can manipulate energy and change energy, transmute it into what you want to manifest. Let's see, let's get a few more cards. Seven of Cups. So that is telling me that is the feeling that is manifesting. So seven to me is manifestation, and then cups is feelings. So you know your power and you're secure in yourself, which also makes sense because when you talk about love, how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? So it makes sense that now your divine counterpart is coming in. So we have the Five of Pentacles. There's a horse on that card. That's the first thing that came to me. This year is the Fire Horse, so you might be driven to do new ventures, go towards your goals, but just very driven and focused this year. I know for me that is definitely the case. I have a lot of ideas I'm trying to get out into the world, and they're coming to fruition. So I'm gonna keep going with that energy and see where it takes me. But Five of Pentacles to me represents attraction. Five is attraction, or it's just the energy that you're projecting. So you're projecting um, the solidified, secure version of yourself. And like I said, that is why you're attracting your lover. So you embody what you want to attract. See, I'll get two more cards and then I'll show you the bottom of the deck. So how I do my shuffling is I just shuffle. Sometimes I'll, depending on what cards come out, if there's a lot of cards that come out, I will just look at them and take the ones that I think go with the message, or I might just take all of them, or I might take none of them. I don't really go by how many cards there are. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So right there, this is the card that came out. Ten of Swords. So what came out to me is Alpha. It says Malphas, but Alpha came out. So that's the energy you're embodying. You have the mindset of, like I said, the fire horse. You're confident, you're directive. So alphas embody that. They know what they want, they go after it, and nothing can stop them. So with the Ten of Swords, it's just that's the mindset you have, and that's you're focused on that. And then let's see, at the bottom of the deck we have Eight of Pentacles. Makes sense because eight is another infinity number, and it's about attraction. So you're embodying this alpha, this pretty much divine masculine king energy, and you're bringing in the counterpart would be divine feminine. The next card would be the Page of Wands. So you are focused, like I said, with the fire horse. Page of Wands is also fire. It's kind of like a young energy, like an excited energy, but he's focusing on his wand, so he's focusing on his desires. Um, this is a good place to be because you are, like I said, might be in the beginning of something. So you're focusing on that, and now it's time to progress into the Knight, and then like the King of Wands. King of Wands is where you master your manifestation energy, and the Knight of Wands is just when you're taking a lot of action. The Page of Wands is where you're getting the ideas. You know, you might be brainstorming. Maybe you already have ideas, taking small actions. But Knight is where you're really taking action. So it's like you already have the business. Now you're getting more customers or things like that. And then King of Wands would be where you already have the business and it's flourishing. So the different stages. This is also a 1 year, so it's like this is the beginning of something. For me, Pluto is in Aquarius. That's my north node, and this is the beginning of that. So it is Pluto will be in Aquarius for like 30 years. So this is a venture that I'm going on. But yeah, basically, this message is saying you are secure in who you are physically and mentally. You embody the energy of a king or a divine masculine. You're attracting your divine feminine and you're standing in your power. You might be going on a new venture, starting something new, and that's being manifested with the Eight of Pentacles.